We have Sidney Samson in the building. Welcome, sir.
Thanks.
Well, first of all, welcome to San Diego. Explain to me, what's your feeling about San Diego? How do you like? Do you like the city?
I love the city. It's you know, it's really big, but it's also really small, and everything is you know, all the like the nightlife is all like close together, and you can walk everything, and that's pretty awesome.
And you're from Amsterdam, right?
Yes.
What's the biggest difference between San Diego and Amsterdam? Just the big, other than some obvious things, what's the things that, you know, San Diego's a little bit better than Amsterdam?
I don't know. I think the weather for sure, and yeah, I don't know. People are nice here. Yeah, they're nice in Amsterdam as well. But yeah, I love the whole San Diego vibe. It's chill.
Yeah, so Seven, San Diego definitely loves you, and it's crazy to see, you know, where you've come from, you know, what you've accomplished. You know, your resume speaks for itself. What is something, you know, that now, especially with the dance scene getting so big, especially in America, what's something that, you know, you're the trend that you like seeing right now that's really us blowing up on?
Oh wow! So I need to tell you what the new trend is going to be,
or you know, what you like,
what I like. Wow. You know what it is nowadays? I think that was always the case, but nowadays everything sounds alike, especially what people call EDM right now. It's all the same. So I'm looking for producers and even myself, like to make like house music, but like in a different way, and make your own style, because people hear a big song, let's say Tsunami or Animals, and then every song after that sounds like that, and nobody's like trying to invent something that doesn't sound like that. And yeah, I'm hoping just for, you know, like just different vibes, because when I DJ, I can play so many different styles in one set. You know, from trap music to house music to deep house or hip hop or whatever. I can mix everything, so I want everybody to make everything. I won't play it anyway.
And you know, let's start EDM. You know, a lot of big producers and DJs, they're not fans of that word, because they're like it categorizes, you know, so many genres into one. Do you feel the same way too?
Well, you know, it took me a year to find out what EDM was. And I was playing in the States, and they were like, "Yeah, we're listening to EDM." I was like, "What's EDM? I don't know what that is." And so I found out it was electronic dance music, but everything is electronic dance music. Also, hip hop is electronic dance music, and so it's the name is not really correct, but I understand why people say something like that, because we play everything now. You don't only, you know, you used to have techno DJ, a minimal house DJ, a dubstep DJ, a drum and bass DJ, and like, you know, and like little categories. But now everything is in a mix. So and people are like, I don't know, electronic dance music. Yeah, and I understand that, and I also understand why people are getting annoyed by it, because when let's say I don't like the music of Deadmau5. I love it, but let's say I don't like it, and then they call my style EDM and his style EDM, and like, no, but I'm not like him, and I think that's the frustration.
And then for educate us, what is Sidney Samson's sound, or what do you think your sound is like, and how would you describe your sound?
For me, listen, in my opinion, in my view, it's electro house. I think that's the one thing Beatport has right. It's you know, the genre electro house.
I feel you.
It's electro house, and when you hear bleepy sounds, they call it Dutch house. All good, but for me, it's electro house.
And speaking of, you know, your sound, you got 2 singles out right now. You got Trojan, and then your other big one, Eva Simmons. Talk about that one. What is that one? Is for the radio. Tell us the title and what, you know, how it came together, and the music video.
Yeah. So in the Netherlands, we had a television show. It's called The Hit, and there were like songwriters in there who could like pitch their song to artists like us. And I picked that song to produce, and I asked Eva to sing it. And we, of course, we changed some lyrics and melodies and stuff. And it's called Celebrate the Rain. So it's Sidney Samson and Eva Simmons, Celebrate the Rain. It's out on Spinning Records, and it's available on iTunes and on Beatport, and yeah, you name it. And yeah, I hope you guys will play it.
Well, we definitely love it. We're big fans of it. So, and then the other one, Trojan. Talk about Trojan too.
So Trojan, I made that song with Martin Garrix a while ago as a follow-up of our song Torrent. But after Torrent, he made Animals, so he blew up like crazy. And yeah, he still likes the song, but he thinks it's not the way he wants to go in his releasing schedule. And then Spinning suggested to release a song only with my name on it, because they really like the song, and I like it, and Martin likes it, but not what he wants to do right now. So he still gets his cut. It's 50% him, 50% me, only my name on it. Bam, let's go.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
And what's it like working, with younger producers and DJs like Martin Garrix? Is it a good feeling, like, to see the helping out the next generation? How do you? What's their style of music? Is it rewarding?
Yeah, you know what it is. I'm 32 right now. I was always one of the young kids on the block when all this house scene started. You know, when I played a lot in the Netherlands, I did like 30 gigs a month for 3 years straight, and in the summer it was like 50 gigs a month, and at that time I was like 23, 24. So I was like the young kid on the block who's like blowing up, and now I'm like, yeah, old. I feel like old. And then somebody like Martin Garrix. But the thing is, even though I'm getting older, my fans and my audience, they stay the same age. And when you're young, it's really easy to connect with the young people, because you're young as well. And when you're older, my music, my taste, it changes. I like other music right now. I like other food. Everything changes. But if you still want to connect with the young peoples, because those people, they go to your show and buy your songs, and people my age don't come to my show. 30.
Is it funny to kind of get rediscovered all over again? Because, you remember you had that Riverside record, but this new generation are like, well, I like him for Trojan now, and they kind of forget this previous history. Does it feel weird or good getting just rediscovered all over by new generation of people?
Well, it's weird, but it's also fun, because it keeps you young in a way. And when I'm in the studio with somebody like Martin Garrix, and it's like, oh, okay, he produces in a way that connects with the young guys right now, and for me it's like, okay, yeah, it's still that simple. Because you progress in your producer skills, and you want to go further, different chords, different sounds, make it bigger, more compression, bigger, and then you have a song, it has like 40, 50, 60 tracks. And then when I think about Riverside, it had 9 tracks. So and I made that song in 3 hours, because your mind is like so simple at that time. And it's fun to have a kid like that in the studio and go back to basics, and just connect with the kids again.
Next question for you is, what's it like hearing your music on the radio? What's the feeling?
To hear my music on the radio?
Yeah. Tell me.
Oh, that's amazing. Especially on the radio, they use like different compressors. So when you hear your song on the radio, it sounds like 4 times better. And like, wow, it sounds so good. And when I'm in the club, it's like, hey, it doesn't sound the same as the radio, but that's why I love to hear my music on the radio. Yeah, the compression is the best.
And other than the 2 big records out right now, what is the next plan for Sidney Samson? Touring wise, everything.
Okay. So let's start with tonight. Tonight I'm playing at Flux. It's like, I think it's the opening of the Memorial Day weekend, and it's amazing. Tomorrow I go to San Francisco to play at Harlot, and Saturday I play Dre's Las Vegas. The opening weekend, I got to Saturday. I'm honored to open that club on Saturday. And Sunday I play at Hulk Hogan's Beach Club in Tampa. And he's coming, so I'm finally getting my picture.
There you go.
And then touring, it just continues. Festival season is gonna start. Gonna play at Tomorrowland. Yeah, you name it. We have Dance Valley in Holland. Yeah, Belgium. Too much to name. And yeah, a lot of productions are coming up. Like I already made the follow-up of Celebrate the Rain with Eva. That song is called Now or Never. But I will give you a sneak peek later on.
Please.
When we're
off camera. Off camera, we'll get a little sneak peek. My last question for you is, and I saw this on your Facebook, and I have to show you this Bouse picture of Sidney Samson back in the day with the vinyl.
Make sure you post this on your website. Yeah, this is old school. This was in Belgium. It was a college party, and they asked me to play with vinyl. 2 Technics 1200s, and I think Datek Apollo mixer, and that was like old school.
And this is where I have to give you credit, and this is where, especially in America, where we are our culture of DJing is very different. And when we see, DJs who've mixed on vinyl and have this background, you have the skill of DJing aside from producing. So we're always like, oh, DJing skill matters. As someone who can do both, how important really is it to be a skilled DJ? Is it important, or are us Americans kind of blowing it up?
Okay, to be honest, for me it's important. I think for people who are into music and into DJing, it's important. But to be honest, when you're in a club, I think maybe 5% understands that. And the other 95% only understands the music you make. And so if I make a hit song and I play like really bad, people really don't care. And I think that's the sad thing about it, because I practiced, to mix, with turntables. You're practicing. You're like practicing every day to get the skills and get better every day. And back in this, it was a competition. Who's the best DJ? Who can do the skills like live?
That's true.
And now it's like who has the most hits, and is the most popular and has the best show behind the decks without doing anything, just playing your music and not showing skills. That's the big difference, and it's sad, and it also gives young kids a chance to be popular without have to practice for 5 years on vinyl. But yeah, it has its upsides and downsides.
I'm glad, you have the skills, and it definitely your cool points goes up for us.
Yeah.
My last question is, this guy, we're looking at this guy right here.
Yes.
What advice would you give this guy now that you are this superstar DJ producer? What would you give that guy DJing at the college party there?
Make sure you have a website.
That's what's up. Website changes the game.
Yeah. So when I made Riverside, it was like a global hit, and I didn't have a website, and I didn't have Facebook. Yeah, I only had at that time, it was called Hives. That was like the Facebook of Holland, and I was the boss on that site. I only played in Holland, so I didn't need a website because all my fans were on Hives, and I could talk to them there and play my music and all that stuff. But Riverside was a global hit, and people couldn't find me. There was no Facebook likes, nothing. So I missed a lot. I think I missed millions of likes on Facebook because I didn't have a profile back then.
Well, you definitely made up for it now. And Sidney Samson, thank you so much for stopping by. We wish you nothing but the best.
Thank you.
And please come back soon to the Jammin Z90 studios.
Yeah, for sure. Thank you.